Hello and welcome to the EP Template Studio Colorized Header video walkthrough. So this video I will cover how, the Remarkable Pro now supports color, and there's other devices, e-ink tablets that support colors. Books was one of the first. In this video I'll show you how to, when creating a custom template with the EP Template Studio, how to colorize your column headers for your tablet that supports colors. If your tablet does not support colors, you can still do this by creating black and white versions of it. So basically, it will be a black and white version. You can still stay in the grays, and you can also make the font white or black depending on the background of your header. So without further ado, let's get started. First off, what you want to do is click here. Notice that the canvas area is blank at first, and I created this template named Custom Color Headers just to avoid any confusion. So let's go ahead and click this button. Once we do that, we are presented with a panel, and the first element of any template is a table. So this is the highest element. When I create add table, it's going to create some custom elements inside of it, child elements. You got a column, and basically what that is, it runs vertically inside of a table, and you can actually have multiple ones of those. And then you have a row, and a row is inside of a column, and what you can do is stack those down vertically that way. So you can have multiple rows within the column, and you can have multiple columns within a table. Okay, so right now you don't see anything in here unless I hover over this. That's because I'm in preview mode. Preview mode lets you see, when you hover out of the white area, it lets you see how it might look on your tablet. So let's get started. Right now I have one. Let's go ahead and make three of them, three rows inside of one column. Okay, so we're going to add a row. Now we have three. Like I said, there's nothing inside of here yet, and that's by design. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off so you can actually see this. Right now it looks like I have nothing, but as I expand this, and there's two ways to actually make this larger. Okay, you can do that with the property panel by just dragging it down. Notice that the three rows are showing up in there, and as I hover over it, you can see a little indicator that says, okay, this is a row. Okay, so this height is based on pixels, and that's why you see a PX here. If you see a percentage sign anywhere in the interface, that is saying that it's going to take up a percentage of the entire available space, okay? So we're doing this on the table, and it always deals with pixels right now in this version. So you can scan down, you keep making it larger, and then I'm going to scroll this scroll bar here, and you can see, let's go back here and make sure that the table is selected, and you can always get back to that by clicking that, the first element. And we're going to make sure that this is the height of the canvas area or the template. Okay, so now we got three rows here, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to make this smaller so that it stays in view. I'm going to make the first row, I'm going to give it a line background, and notice you don't see anything here yet, but once I change this, see, I'm saying that I want the lines to have spacing of 50 pixels or 16.1 millimeters. And this is based on the scale of whatever whatever template type you're using. So right now I'm creating one for Remarkable Paper Pro, but there's other ones in here I can choose from. So let's go back here, and then I want to make the second one, I want to give it a grid. So like I said, nothing shows up until I actually change the line height. And just like that. And then the last one, I'm going to make a dotted view. So I'm going to choose the dotted background pattern, and I'm going to make it a little bit darker so you can see that. And I'm going to change the spacing between those dots. Okay, there you go. So first off I got a line row, I got a grid row, and then I have a dotted row here. So let's make it as dark as possible. Let's make this as dark as possible, I guess it is. Okay, so you're not going to be able to see this very well. The dots don't show up in this unless you're watching this full screen, and I suggest you watch all of our videos full screen so you can see everything. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a header in the top row. So I select it, and then I select the header accordion, expand it, and I'm going to say header 1. So as I type, it changes. Make sure I spell this right, okay? Without the caps. Okay. I want to keep it left aligned, and I want to set the font to be, let's say, 50. So it shows up. And then I want the background. So this is where you colorize. Now pay attention here, because right now as I drag this, you see how it does not show up the entire, it doesn't expand the entire portion of the font unless I do a line height. So I expand the line height, okay? I'm going to expand it to 100, the max right now. And I'm going to keep the font white, and I'll show you why I did this before. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat the steps in all of the different rows. I'm going to say header 2, and I'm going to set that to 100, and I'm going to set this to 100 as well. Well, 50, okay? And then I'm going to do the same thing for the last one. I'm going to select the header and say header 3. There we go, and I'm going to expand it to the highest it can get for now, and then I'm going to keep it black. Let's make this one black as well. We'll make all of them black for now, and I'll show you why I'm going to do that. Okay, so now we have 3 rows, and we have a lined grid and then a dotted view. So I want to add a little bit of padding to this this actual row here. So I'm going to go back in the header, and what I'm going to do is pad it. So you notice these little icons saying it's going to, if I drag this over, it's going to add padding to the left. So let's do a number that we can remember. Let's do 25, and I'm just going to type it in there for speed purposes. I'm going to go back to I'm going to click all these. I'm going to change the padding to 25 so they line up correctly horizontally. And then we're at the last one. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to colorize this. Okay, notice that it's black and white. So if I click this, if I actually click this little square here, I can actually drag this down under on the color wheel, and I'm going to say let's do blue. Okay. So what I can do is now, since this was white, if I do that, it's gone. You see that? That's because this drag bar is grayscale. Okay, by default. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to go back to the blue, select it, and I'm going to copy this, okay? You're not seeing it, but I'm doing it from the keyboard. And then I'm going to click all of these, and I'm going to set it to the same hex color, okay? So I'm going to click the last one, and boom. Now I got 3 columns that are blue, okay? So now I got blue, green, and then a blue color. So there you have it. This is how you create, you alternate the colors in your headers. Feel free to use any color you want. You obviously want to stay consistent with whatever theme you're creating or your brand. But any of these rows you can add headers to. Okay? So if you have any questions, feel free to hit us up. You can also reply below, send a comment to this video in YouTube or wherever you're watching it. Make sure you subscribe, because we're going to be creating more videos, and it helps us figure out what videos are popular and what you guys need for this particular template studio. We're so grateful to launch this and all the support that you guys give us on a day-to-day basis. We are a small company, but we're trying our best to grow, and we're going to actually create new features as we go. Thank you so much.